compares, tú y yo no somos iguales. Yo quiero mi M, no son M&M. Poniendo ante los míos es lo que conviene. El progreso y el dinero, eso solo viene. Tú tienes razón, que ese culo Lord, cabrón, tú tienes razón.
For Ian Gary, honestly.
I feel like this past weekend just proved it that he is definitely.
I haven't really been following, but I know stuff from MMA Guru, and I've seen some clips, and I know that his nutritionist is also his wife's ex-husband and all of this. And people were showing clips of his
and how his child has his last name.
And his son doesn't even call him dad; he be calling him Ian.
And his favorite fighter is fucking Islam.
Yeah, pretty much cuck energy.
Walking L, bro.
Which is crazy. You would think like professions like that, when you get into combat sports, they're seen as like the macho of the macho men, and you can't avoid being a cuck, man. They're all over. Anyway.
Doesn't even have a fucking Lightning McQueen cuck chair either, bro.
Anyway, hey everybody, this is Good Company. I'm Wumbo. This is Vice. No Dewey this week because Dewey yesterday went to the horse track and he's in some serious debt. I heard estimates of around 50,000. So I got a call from an unknown number saying that they're gonna have to borrow Dewey for a couple days. So I said sure. They said they're just gonna take him outside and go for a walk. So it's probably nice, get some fresh air. Probably figure out how he could probably pay these guys back. Probably a nice, simple conversation. But yeah, man, horse gambling, the lowest form of gambling you can do. You start horse gambling, you should just already go ahead. Horse gambling and cockfighting, you should already be calling that number. You should already be in meetings at that point. That's how I feel.
I mean, I thought Dewey would have learned his lesson after he got caught at that cockfight.
He was out there doing cock magic?
I just heard he was doing something with cocks. I just didn't want to assume the worst.
Dewey Cox.
Great film.
Oh, this is the kind of humor you get when it's just us two. Nice, civilized humor. Not when, whatever. What was his name again? Anyway, how you doing, Vice? What's going on? What's new? What's the word?
It's been chill, man. It's been it's like one of the few times this year that I've like gone out 2 times in the same weekend.
Oh man, you must be exhausted.
Went to a brunch yesterday. I know, man. I am. Went to a brunch yesterday with my siblings. That was cool. Got a wedding later on today.
Nice.
A lot of drinking involved this weekend.
Oh,
tapping into my Dominican side for
open
real.
bar, I assume.
That's what I heard.
Oh, that's what you heard. That means it must be true. I heard you got a reliable source to the wedding, so I think you got all the information you need. What kind of food are they serving at this
You already
shindig?
know, bro. I scooped one of the bridesmaids. You know the vibes.
Never been lucky enough to be with a bridesmaid. Not yet.
I mean, you were like a bridesmaid, but for a guy.
Yeah, but I kind of had to be, man. Like that spot was already solidified. It was no comp. It's like when you're on the when you're trying out for a team and the coach is like, "Yo, your spot is guaranteed. What? We gotta hold these tryouts, but you're already on the team." I'm like, my spot was solidified when I got there. I was right behind him too. Editor Dewey, post the pictures of your wedding right there. Post a picture of you throwing up in the bathroom.
Post a picture when we all went. Never mind. What about you, Wumbo? What's your word?
One of us magically put a tweet on the Good Company Twitter X, and I thought it was a good idea. It was talking about, the 82-0 game when you randomize the era and you pick the player from that era. So let's say you get the 2010s Brooklyn Nets and then you pick Darren Williams, like that. The 82-0 game. So some beautiful, handsome man who made that tweet said, what if they did an 82-0 game, but it was revolved around Pokemon, and you would randomize the region that you would get, and then you would randomize the type, and then you would pick a solid 6, and then you get 4 substitutes for alternates, and then you would run a simulation of the 8 gym leaders and the Elite 4 and the champion. So after that tweet, I hooked up with a longtime friend, probably one of my longest friends. His name, I'm just gonna call him Z, and we're in the process of programming the game similar to that.
That's fire.
I have the bones, like I have the bare bones. We got the mechanics down, like everything down, like the spinner, but we got to get into the little details. Right now, I'm trying to I gotta finish programming the types to actually work as they do in the game. So like, water is weak against
Yeah.
fire, electric is good against water and stuff like that. I gotta do that. And I also wanted to add that you get a random 8 gym leaders and a random elite 4. So it's not, if you do the Kanto region, you're not gonna get Brock, Misty, and you're not gonna get damn, who's next? I think it's Surge. Not Surge, Koga or whatever. So maybe you'll get one from Canton and you'll get one from Hoenn, Unova, Sinnoh. So it's cool. It keeps you wanting to come back for more until you become champion with your Pokemon team. So
Bro, you're about to become a billionaire, bro, off of
I,
that.
I don't know. I just did it because
I
I thought it would be
mean,
fun.
or they're just gonna come for your head, bro. Those motherfuckers
Who,
don't
Game
play.
Freak? Yeah, they're definitely. I shouldn't even been saying this. I should have had a
Like,
mask on.
you're using my fucking IP? You're using my fucking
They
IP? You fucking bitch.
they still coming after Power Worlds. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just breaking back, being blue. My what's the word?
So
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, let's
I
just.
hope Dewey enjoying his bear claw wherever he at.
Huh?
Hope Dewey enjoying his bear claw wherever
No,
he
I
at.
think they're probably fitting him for some cement shoes at this point. I think he wears like a 10, 10 and a half. It doesn't really matter.
How long can he hold his breath for?
Not long enough. I'll tell you that much. Not long enough. Not long enough. Anyway, Marvel, bro. Marvel is doing things. Would you like to elaborate on the things that they're doing, Vice? Would you like to
Honestly, we gotta step back and look at the D23 Expo as a whole. We got news for Incredibles 3.
trace?
Details for yes, details for Ahsoka season I think 3, and it's got
There's
um
already 2 seasons of that
2
show.
or 3. It might be 2. I might be bugging because I don't watch it, but I give a fuck about when they show my son Hayden Christensen as Anakin. Not gonna lie. And they got like that them showing him like back in when he was still training her in the live action is always pretty cool. Always tune in to watch
That's
that.
fair.
So showing that I know they had some details for Starfighter with Ryan Gosling. Kingdom Hearts. Disney has finally acknowledged that this is a $1 billion franchise. So now they announced a show. They're doing Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm like, wow, so we don't gotta wait like 15 years for another
Oh
game.
yeah,
Even though a lot of us already like aged out of it.
yeah.
Like I got it out of nostalgia and I was like,
Don't even care. No, it's sad because I still the first Kingdom Hearts game is probably in my top 50 favorite games of all time. The second one is probably in there too. It's just they took too long. They lost a lot of the momentum. I kind of evolved as a gamer and started playing other stuff that was available now, not just hearsay stuff. And then when 3 came out, I still haven't even played a single second of Kingdom Hearts 3.
it's so like it's so like fun, you know what I mean? But it's just like we're so used to the more complex mechanics of modern day games that like just hitting square, 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 and there's like no real combos is not really exciting or stimulating. But like if you care about the story of what they're doing, then invest in,
And
I
even
guess.
like
I pop it in one every now and then.
following the entirety of the story is insane to me. It's easier now because people have dedicated videos and video essays on the topic of breaking down the Kingdom Hearts story. But back then, as it was when 2 was out, and then you had to play. I think there was a phone game first. The phone game was like the original, the beginning of the whole Kingdom Hearts saga, and then I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Trust me, people will. It's either the first game or Chain of Memories. So it's either those, and then 2, and then it's 365 days, and then there's a whole bunch of them. So it's a hard game to follow. Like you really got to invest a lot of time and money to follow the whole story back then. Now you could just kind of go on YouTube, look it up.
I mean, they're gonna do the show, so it'll be even easier now, I guess.
We'll see.
Possibly. Let's see how it goes. But on even bigger news, Marvel castings and just showing Marvel Doomsday trailers and also just the costumes for Doom. Which says a lot to even like just discuss with that. But I wanna, bring to the group chat a conversation that you and I were having yesterday actually. about the casting, well, the castings overall, because you mentioned that you weren't a big fan of them using like such young, like inexperienced people, like they don't have like a really big like IMDb
Yeah.
page. And I like that you said that because I saw another post that was kind of agreeing with your take. Like, specifically how when you pulled up the Indie Never who got casted for Rogue, like yo, like she hasn't been in a lot of things, and it's true when you look at it, she really has not been in a lot of things. But they said how Marvel wanted it to strike hot on the popularity of Obsession, how like everybody had all this attention on her, and instantly the kind of like fans themselves just kind of threw her into the pit. They're like, oh, she should be this character, she should be
Yeah.
this character. So it was kind of like a fan like pick about like current hype to bring her in.
My real thoughts about her being cast. It really felt like they were just looking on Twitter. They saw that this was getting a lot of traction, and they're like, you know what? She's very hot from Obsession. She's like the new internet like actor darling. Same with Robert Pattinson. Everybody's loving Robert Pattinson right now. So they're gonna take her. They're gonna use that hype to try to help promote this movie. It's like, yo, if you loved her in this really popular scary movie, you're gonna love her in this X-Men movie. And she's playing a very beloved character. She's not like Kitty Pryde or Jubilee. She's Rogue. Everybody loves Rogue. So it just feels, I don't know, it feels very lazy in terms of they just kind of did it because they knew the fans would pop for it. I feel
Hmm.
the same way.
And there was a huge pop when they
Yeah,
announced it.
I feel the same way about the Adam Driver pick, but I know he's obviously a very great actor, so I know he'll do Mr. Sinister justice. But that's how I felt. I felt the same way about Adam Driver being announced as Mr. Sinister.
Man, everybody else is kind of like, well, strange to us, besides the road casting we just said. Like we know Storm used to be on
Yeah.
Broadway, so immediately I'm like, I think she's gonna do great, because if you can do that, you could definitely
Especially
do
as
this.
Storm. Storm is
Um,
always portrayed as very theatrical. Like her voice carries. She always is. She's
mm-hmm.
bigger than life.
Yes,
Yes.
goddess, literally.
So
I need her to have a monologue like she does in the animated show.
still have to finish the last episode of the animated show. People have not.
Yeah, I realized that.
People have not been liking it. People don't. People have
I thought there was only 8 episodes. You lied to me,
what?
Wumbo. Because you're like, oh, there's only 8 episodes this year. I was like, damn,
I
really?
said.
And then there's a
I
ninth.
said 9. I said there was supposed to be 10. I definitely said 9. You don't gotta believe me. I know I said 9 because I read it. It was 9 and they scrapped 10.
You also said that Hulk said Peter in Brand New Day. He
All
did
right, you're
not.
right. But I know what I read. I may have misheard, and I thought I heard Hulk say Peter, but I know for a fact I read that it was supposed to be 9 and they scrapped 10.
No, I'm just being a dickhead. It doesn't really
I
fucking
know
matter
it
anyway.
doesn't. It's over.
Um,
The show is done.
but anywho, people really praising the delivery for Pedro Pascal in that new Doomsday
Yeah,
trailer.
this is probably the best acting,
Answer me, Victor. Did you do
probably the
this?
best acting we'll probably ever see from him. Except when he got his head crushed in Game of Thrones. That was pretty cool.
You raped her. You murdered her.
Should have finished.
Yeah.
Should have went for the head.
Damn. Oh, and that was another thing. Somebody slowed down the frames from like when Doom came flying out the
Yeah.
window and he does like this weird morph shit. It was like he got hit by Mjolnir. So, yeah. So I think like maybe he said something while they were in there that kind of like tipped them off that like he's not who he's been saying he is. And then like fucking they throw the hammer at him and he does that cool shit.
So this basically confirmed that Captain Hydra or Evil Cap is not a thing. Oh, I don't know, because Thor still has Mjolnir, so and I don't think he has Stormbreaker with him.
He does have
He
Stormbreaker.
does? Oh, you're right. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, 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 yes. Because he swiped him
but
away.
it was great because there was definitely things in there that I didn't see. But like when Dewey hit up our group chat and was like, "Oh, like I know you guys saw that," and I was like, "Yo, I seen that months ago," and I was like, "Yo, I know I came off like a dick, or I felt like I might have come off like a dick," but I was like so serious because like
No, no, of course
this shit
not.
had been leaked months ago. It's crazy how many leaks from this movie have come out and that have been real. Because before, like, there used to be shit and it was never like this. I don't know if they stopped caring or they're just kind of like, we need these links for clicks. Because I said this shit earlier that day when we were talking about it, and then the fucking trailer came out.
That's true. You told me about the leaks. I had to say three. It had to be at least 3 weeks ago, something like that. And you were reading off a lot of it, and from the trailers we were seeing related to Doomsday, it seems pretty true. Especially the Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds trailer specifically. I'm like, yeah,
Like, there's a lot of fan theories that have been put out. I'm like, these might not even be fan theories
yeah.
anymore. So Toby, I love
Suit
you.
up,
It was nice. It was a nice run.
suit up, brother. I mean, I feel like he's been playing Spider-Man at this point for like 20 years now.
And he's probably getting paid. I think he's getting paid more now for like these
Then
appearances
he was
than when he
leading
was the main guy.
leading doing video games and stuff.
Toby Maguire. I feel like he's an underrated
He's
actor.
really good. I always say he's very good at
Because when you see him in other shit, he's always
he's
great.
very good at being angry. Like he has a realistic anger to him. Not like Tom Holland.
People are trying to defend it on Twitter, and I was like,
He's like
I mean, I get it, I
the
guess.
character's supposed to be wimpy. I'm like, yes, but this is supposed to be the moment where he shows that he's not, and it really does not convey that.
I think the moment that shows he's not wimpy is when he fucking went and fought this dude who was just trying to like give the arms out, the
Oh
weapons.
yeah.
My son took a sword to the abdomen.
Yeah, he did.
That's when he became a man.
Sorry, the dog is barking at another dog, doing dog things. Dewey, you can fix that, right? Bro, say something, bro.
Har. I mean, I talk and then the dog started barking. That's why. Anywho, but overall, I'm excited about everything that's coming out. Even if they have people that like aren't like super well known for X-Men, I think that's gonna bring a level of freshness because they're young, they're hungry, so they know that being in these movies can like really set up their career going forward. So I think we're in for a treat with these movies.
Like we've been dying to see live action X-Men, especially after the Fox debacle, including Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. I'm not gonna include Days of Future Past because I'm not a big fan of it, but it's not a terrible movie, and we all know how good First Class is. So it's time that we finally, like how we finally saw I guess a decent Fantastic Four movie. It's time that we see a really good X-Men movie again.
Yo, like I'm thinking to like First Class even had like a great meme too with Magneto and Mystique.
Mm.
Where he's like, "That's not the real you," and then he goes, "Perfect." You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that
I
became
don't
a
remember
meme.
seeing that meme. The clip I always see the most is they were just following orders. And he's like, shouldn't have said that, bud.
Oh no, he says perfection.
Oh, okay.
It's like this meme.
Oh
Okay,
yes,
you can't
yes,
even see
yes,
it
yes,
clearly.
yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I do recall me and Dewey were saying that
I wonder who's.
the end credit scene for the X-Men
Mhm.
movie is gonna be something. It's gonna show Wolverine's arm and it's gonna show the claws come out.
They're saying that they've already reached their like they're like in their final grouping of like finding Wolverine. My son Taron Egerton is in those talks
My son
apparently,
Daniel Radcliffe better be
and
there.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I need my son Daniel Radcliffe.
I love my son, but I don't think they're gonna
They're
give
not
him
gonna
that.
give it to him, but he would be the accurate choice.
I don't even think he would audition for that. I think he's over
He's
that
over. I'm Harry Potter. I'm not
that
fucking
shit.
auditioning. You see my
I
you
don't
know
need a
my
fucking
body, yo.
audition. You know what the fuck
Prisoner
I'm
of
about, nigga.
Azkaban,
I killed Voldemort.
Order of the Phoenix. Come on,
I bodied Voldemort, bro.
they was making billion
I killed the
dollars,
fucking basilisk.
billions of dollars off my back. I wasn't even old enough to drink in the States.
Oh shit, bro. My godfather is Gary Oldman, bro. Don't even talk to me, bro.
Your godfather is Gary
Shout out to my
Oldman.
son, though.
Oh, I'm thinking you. Oh yes, his godfather.
Imagine You think I'd be living where I live if he was,
What if he just doesn't fuck with you? He's like, yo, this dude only calls me. He only calls me for money and to do my line from Prisoner of Azkaban.
You know what? You might be right because my actual godfather don't even like talk to me. I'd be pressing my mom like, "Why'd you pick him to be my godfather?" She's like, I kind of just picked somebody." I'm like, "Lame."
He was like, you wanted somebody that's like, yo, like if hypothetically, if my parents were to go, you could definitely take the helm of being my guardian.
And it's funny because he actually was like well off for a minute. Got me a really cool Power Ranger SPD Red Ranger
That's
action
cool.
figure. That shit was fire.
My godfather went to prison. So yeah, Godfathers, man.
I like Power Rangers.
Godfather's not just a very great trilogy, it's also a role that's chosen and sometimes not chosen very well. Anyway, uh I want to take a little detour about the nerd stuff. We're gonna get back to it. I know people love to hear us nerd out, but I don't care about nobody else right now. I care about you, Vice, but this is theatrics. Just let me have the floor. I need to talk about one of my favorite players, one of the players that got me into basketball, retired recently, and his name is Russell Westbrook. Yes, we all know the
The
nah, I do
Brody.
what I want, Brody, zero, why not? MVP 2017 was busting every point guard's ass for years. He got blackballed in the NBA. They forced him in Sacramento, a place where people careers go to die. I feel like every sports fan knows that team. I feel like in baseball it's the Orioles. In the NFL, I guess it's the Cardinals. It's always that team that you know if a good player who's past the prime go there, you know that's probably going to be their last team. Or he's going to go somewhere else and
The
be even
Jets.
worse. The Jets, yes. So I just wanted to acknowledge Russell Westbrook on here. Some of my favorite plays that I've ever seen in basketball came from Russell Westbrook. He was one of my favorite players growing up. I used to be an OKC fan before I became a Knicks fan early on in my basketball journey because everybody, even if you had a team already, everybody in our age group was an OKC Thunder fan because they were the team. They had KD, they had Harden, they had Westbrook. They were the young up and coming team going doing battle with Kobe, Tim Duncan, Dirk, LeBron, giving them work, putting fear in the elite's hearts, and then everything changed in 2016.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
Literally, when I still remember the day Durant signed with the Thunder, I had a pair of KDs. I cut them up and I threw them in the garbage. I was pissed.
You mean when he signed with the
Yeah, what
Warriors?
did I say?
The
My bad.
Thunder.
When he signed with the Warriors, it still traumatized me. I still think he was in OKC in 2016. But yeah, I had a pair of KDs. If you know
See, you could even say it.
I had the green Easter KD sixes. I cut them up and I threw them in the garbage. I was very livid. But Russell Westbrook staying
What are they called?
the Easter KD sixes. They were green.
Oh, with the orange
Let me
swoop.
see. Focus. Yes, those exact ones.
Those are pretty
Yeah, I
nice.
had them.
Damn.
Cut him up and threw him out. Could not fuck with the man. But when Russell stayed that 2017 season, I'll go on record saying it is the best single season that I've ever seen from a player. Even going on today, and we've seen some crazy seasons today, that was the best season I've ever seen from a player. He was going in every night, dropping 40 triple doubles, 50 triple doubles, dunking on everybody, hitting tough threes. And yeah, man, Russell, Brody, top 10 point guard of all time, and he's not 10. If you ask me, he's probably like 4 or 5 if we gonna be real. 4 or 5. He's better than Chris Paul. He's better than Isaiah Thomas.
Mhm.
He's better than John Stockton. Don't come over, don't all heads. Do not come over here with this bullshit ass John Stockton. He has the most assists. Those were fabricated. There's articles about it on Reddit about they were fabricated by the Utah scorekeeper. No.
Oh
Fuck
shit.
John Stockton.
Yo,
And he's
damn.
anti-vax, so fuck him again. That's another thing. Also, who else he's better than? He's better than Gary Payton. Don't even get me started on the fucking glove. The only point guard's better than Russell all time, Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, maybe Jason Kidd. That's it. And yeah, that's my thoughts on Russell Westbrook. You have any thoughts on Russell Westbrook?
Honestly, I just hope he has a good post career. He was under a lot of scrutiny for a lot of the later years of his career. So I'm excited to see what he does now. I definitely want him to. I still want to hear him and his thoughts about the game. So hopefully he gets like a good analyst role somewhere, or he starts his own shit. But like I want to hear his thoughts somewhere where they can't censor him, because I feel like he's one of those dudes that like I think he was always honest and very outspoken, but he still kind of like was like very respectful and contained. So, but I kind of want to see him kind of let loose a little bit and like really like speak his mind, like bro, you're not in the league anymore. Like say what's up, like because he's a player that I feel everybody respected.
Yes.
Didn't get bitched, like dominant. And he always handles himself with great poise. Like even when like bro, like they were calling him Westbrook and all this shit, but man's always had a smile on his face. And like I feel like that was a really I feel like that was a tough period for him, but he handled himself very
I'm
well.
not Russell Westbrook, but I think Westbrook is one of the funniest nicknames for sports athletes. Like if you're trying to shit on a sports athlete, is one of like top 10 funniest ones. It is. It is. Westbrook is funny, and it's funny because it makes him
It
mad.
works.
That's why it's funny because it works. But yes,
Fuck.
he's a Hall of Fame player. Don't let nobody else tell you different. I was having a conversation with a friend, and they compared his impact on the game similar to Allen Iverson. That you'll look at a lot of the advanced numbers that a lot of analytic people like to look at, and they don't really favor him because he was for his MVP season, I think he shot 45% from the field, which is pretty bad. But this dude averaged a triple double that
Mhm.
season. This dude literally, I don't know if people know box plus minus, but it's a stat where it values how impactful you are in the game depending on how your team is doing during that stretch you're in. So if your team starts blowing another team out by 30 and you're in there the whole time, then your box plus minus probably like 30 or 28 something. But if you're in there and you blow your team out, if your team is getting blown out by 25, it's gonna reflect that similar. His MVP season was so good that they literally to restructure the way you calculated box plus minus because his was so high that he was considered the greatest player of all time based off that alone.
They're like, nah, bro, we can't do
And
this.
if you don't believe me, look it up. Look it up. Just type in box plus
Yeah,
minus Russell
Wumbo don't
Westbrook.
play about this shit.
So he's a top 10 point guard. He's a Hall of Fame player for sure. Especially since everybody's getting in the Hall of Fame for the basketball. Amari Stoudemire just got in. It's not a good look, but it's whatever. I don't run it.
Yeah, Westbrook should definitely be a first ballot Hall of
Easy.
Famer for sure.
Before Chris Paul's bum ass, but that's not what this is about. All right, sports talk is over. Nerd talk has begun. What else we got on the docket?
We got Tara Strong doing fan meetups and shit.
Shit, bro. Timmy,
And not the PG kind.
Timmy Turner. She been looking for a
But with like
minor.
young ones too,
Yeah.
like 20-year-olds and shit.
Wait.
I mean, so they were legal. They were legal, but it was like really young dudes
So it.
like doing these fan meetups with her at conventions.
Wait. So hold on. Let me try to wrap my small brain around this. She was doing
Hmm.
meetups, but the people she was meeting were like 20 and like 17 maybe, possibly 18.
Like yeah, like they were young. Like they weren't saying that they were minors. Like they were like so she didn't do nothing illegal, but she was linking up with like really young fans. And apparently they were doing a lot of sexual
Wait,
things
really?
at set meetups. Yes, bro. That's why a lot of people online were like, "Yo, where these meetups at?"
Yo,
Yes, bro.
Bubbles?
Bubbles, bro.
Wow.
Some man told her to say Azarath Metro Cintos, bro.
How much was she charging for
I don't know, bro. I don't know those
for
specifics and those
I
details.
mean, maybe go do the research, come back next episode with more details, you know, just in case anybody out there wants to meet up with Tara Strong.
Oh yeah, just for that, not because you need the services or
Nah,
anything.
relationship. I would never meet up with Raven or whatever or Harley Quinn.
Yeesh. Damn, man, these dudes, bro, going to Comic Con like, yo, I'm about to go pipe fucking Harley Quinn.
That's I thought because I read the article, but I just thought people was getting on her because she was meeting up with people that was just younger with her. This is just a bad look. I didn't know it was a sexual kind of meetup.
Bro, because it's like if you're doing meetups and like for fans, that's not crazy because like that's what you do at conventions. It's the shorty was getting like gangbang type shit
No,
apparently.
bro,
Allegedly,
stop.
allegedly, allegedly.
Yo, my brain is melting right now. Oh my God. Thank God the professor passed away. He would be very disappointed right now.
So, shit, bro. Chemical triple X, bro.
Bubbles.
Yes, she definitely blowing bubbles.
I think we should move on. I can't even wrap my head around this.
Yo, yeah, I know your childhood is shattered, bro. Timmy turned out here doing crazy shit, bro. That's insane. Yeah, contemplating like you're gonna look out the window after this, like, what email do I inquire about this?
Damn. I guess the main lesson that we could get from all this is pay your voice actors more money so they're not out here embarrassing themselves in their older age.
I never said she was getting paid for this.
She's doing this for free?
I don't know. I don't know if there was money involved in this.
There gotta be.
It might have just been for the love of the game, bro.
Man, she was giving the old JFK to 20-year-olds, man. The old JFK, the sloppy head in the backseat.
Mm-hmm.
What's next, man? I can't.
Oh,
Cartoon Network is very,
there you go. That's the real good company mind blowers right there.
yeah, we definitely weren't the only one that had their mind blown.
I really thought you knew about this one,
I've
bro.
read it, but I didn't really dig deep into it. I just saw Tara Strong, minors. I was like, oh, she's possibly a pedo. That it sucks, but I'm kind of desensitized to it at this point. At sooner or later, somebody that you really enjoy ends up being a shitty human being or a gross pedophile. Like some people probably really love the EDP, and then this dude was out here trying to hunt cupcakes from with minors.
Yo, like me and my fiance been watching like Chris Hansen's like current Sting show, whatever
Me too.
operation. And we were watching like the ones that were trying to like escape, and there was one guy. He was like, "Oh nah, like I thought she was 18. The app says that she's 18." And then Chris Hansen's like, "But she told you that she's lied about her age on the app. That she's saying she's 14." He's like, "Yeah, but I could show you on the app it says that she's 18." And I'm like, "Yo, like the way like that they just will not acknowledge like shit that they dead said and did, bro." Like, nah,
And it's
bro.
crazy. They try to
Because
lie
of
to
this
him.
is
They
one
try to
thing.
lie to him, and it's like, bro, he literally has every piece of information that you could think about lying about. It's there. Anything, everything you said, or everything that you thought about saying to this woman, or everything you talked about doing with her is there. So don't even try to lie. You're gonna go to jail. Like that, they should just go into that. You're going to jail. So it doesn't matter what you say at this point. You can't sweet talk your way out of this.
Yo, and then like there was one guy that Chris Hansen's like, I think you're lying. He's like, he's like, I started going to church, so like I can't be lying. And I'm like, bro, are you like, yo, the shit that these people say. And I'm like, you really think that this is gonna get you out of what you're in
Yeah,
right
no.
now, dude? Like,
What's it?
oh, Chris Hansen.
Very, very gray morality figure in the world, if you ask me. Probably one of the most gray morality people that we have. Because he's doing a great thing, unearthing these pedophiles.
He's profiting
He's
off of it.
profiting off of it, especially in the Catch a Predator days. He was definitely doing it for ratings. Everybody and their mother back then was watching To Catch a Predator. We're gonna see a lot more of that side on the primetime movie.
I mean, Shin, you've said it before, like about the issue with like regular people trying to like do this shit on stream and
Yeah.
shit, like catching pedophiles. And it's like, yo, like he's doing this, and it's like a service, like you said, like because these people need to be off the streets and away from
Yes.
children. But like he's also profiting off of it. But he's also doing this with law enforcement
Yes.
involved. He's working
The
with them.
thing with him is,
But these streamers, they don't have that.
nope. The thing with Chris Hansen is that
What you're
he
about to say?
always I feel like he's always done it the right way. He is the perfect example of how it should be done if you're gonna do these things. But there's some of these people who they'll find a guy, like they'll text them themselves, and then they'll get him to meet up, and then they meet up with him, and then they're just beating the shit out of this guy. It's not like, I get, yes, we want to whoop pedophiles, like they should be dead. Dewey's probably gonna edit this, but all pedophiles, if you touch a kid, you do anything with a kid, you should be shot point blank in the face. with a shotgun and then shot on the ground, double tap, Zombieland style.
And then teabagged.
That's optional, but I wouldn't say anything about it. That being said, sometimes you'll see they'll record them. They'll be like, "Yo, you either let everybody in the crew slap you 10 times or we're calling the cops." It should not be no or. This should never be an or when it comes to law enforcement. It shouldn't be, yo, if you eat these 20 slaps, we go free, we leave you alone. We're just gonna post the video on our Patreon behind the paywall, and then you can go about your business. I'm like, no.
Like, what?
The cops, the way Chris Hansen does, especially in the new show, it should always, he has the law enforcement do it. They're running the sting. They're planning the decoys. They're the one texting. And then once he comes to the house, Chris Hansen conducts the interview. And then once he's done with the interview, he says his name and then he lets law enforcement take them away. Because once you start,
I'm like, shit, bro.
once you start assaulting these people, then it's hard to have charges stick. Because even if you watch the new show with Chris Hansen, they're not really getting hit with insane charges. They'll get hit with trying to solicit sex with a minor through a computer. They're not really getting hit with, they're not getting hit with serious charges. So the moment you try to muddy it up and assault them and then do things in your own power like a vigilante, you're messing it up. Because then they're just going to go out in the street. You've made money off your video. And ultimately, the only one who wins is you, because you get paid because people want to see you beat the shit out of pedophiles.
Or like how they showed that one guy that obviously had mental issues,
Yes.
who it appears that he genuinely wanted to meet with this minor, like to literally to play
Yeah.
games, because he wasn't all there mentally. And like, even though he obviously like should not have been doing that, he definitely needed more supervision. But like, these dudes, they don't know that. They're not equipped to deal with that. And the first thing they did was like push him and start hitting him and shit. But like, if Chris Hansen is like, or somebody who's working law enforcement is there, they can see like, okay, they can assess the situation and go about it in a safe way. Or like, there was that other incident where a guy had a gun. They're not ready for that. Now a gun goes off and starts shooting people. And what if somebody gets hit with a straight bullet, not even involved with this shit, because you wanted to play fucking vigilante and not even for real?
That's what I mean, man. I hate when you have these kind of discussions, because then people automatically go into the mode of, yo, you love pedophiles? You want them to be out here? You're defending pedophiles? I'm not defending pedophile. I am just saying that there are right ways to do things and then there are wrong ways to do things. If we were allowed to conduct our own checks and balances on the law and morality and things that we feel is right or wrong, it would be anarchy. Because then what is stopping somebody from you're waiting in line at McDonald's or whatever, somebody cuts you in line and they're like, yo, so what? And then he shoots this guy in the face for cutting him in line. One bad action should not be should not be warranted for another bad action. That's just all I feel. That's why we have police. That's why we have
Correct.
the judicial system. That's why we have people who take the time to become judges and lawyers. That is why we have the system in place. And yes, they get it wrong. A lot of times they get it wrong. Sometimes people walk and they shouldn't be walking. But if we don't have that, then we have no order. And I'd rather have order than having people kind of police themselves, especially in this world today where people kind of do that on their own and it's not really the norm.
Shit, bro, in this world, in this city, hell no. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh.
Hell nah.
I'm good off that.
Hell nah. Well, that was good. I think we could cut it here. Trying to take a shower. I haven't showered since
Okay.
the gym. I'm feeling kind of stuck to my chair
Yeah,
right
I got a
now.
wedding to go to.
Hey, you have fun, bro. Get as lit as you want, man. They can't do anything to you. You're not in the wedding. You could just get drunk. Call an Uber home.
Type shit. I mean, we were gonna take Uber home.
Exactly.
regardless.
So what are you worried about? Maybe steal a glass or two.
I'm not. Nah, I'm not doing that. I got enough shit in this house. I don't need to add
All
more.
right, that's fair.
But you already know my heart.
Let's not.
Take us out of here.
Man. The best thing about good company, the absolute greatest thing, the pinnacle of why good company is good company, because they always know when to exit. Good night and have a wonderful tomorrow. We love you. Mwah.
Good
Yeah.
night, y'all. We love y'all.
Also, we're gonna post Dewey's Cash App in the description. We gotta try to get that 50,000. I'm totally gonna send it to him. Later, y'all.
Later.
Yeah, I'm not sending that nigga shit.
Yo, ¿sabes qué, Company? Vamos por encima. No. Cara, no te compares, tú y yo no somos iguales. Yo quiero mi M, no son M&M. Poniendo ante los míos es lo que conviene. El progreso y el dinero, eso solo viene. Tú tienes razón, que ese culo Lords, cabrón, tú tienes razón.